Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. This is Larry Nelson. I'm out here in the garage again working on my dad's 601 HDS, and I'll tell you what, made a ton of progress since the last time. So what I've gotten done is I've been really focused on the wiring. Now, as anybody who's done wiring before knows, it is a massive mess of figuring things out, wiring this, testing that, and I'm getting close to the end of this wiring. Now, the reason for this video is I'm going to participate again this year in the 31-day build challenge that Experimental Aircraft Channel does. Now, I know he's got his own projects, I've got mine, but again, I'm going to be participating in that. I'm going to try and make some progress in here. So, here's the plan for this time. I've got the wiring pretty much buttoned up. I've got one more thing I need to run from the back here. As soon as that's done, we're going to be getting to installing the Canopy kit. Now you notice I've got most of the parts here. I've got the torque tube, I've got the bearings, all the parts are here to actually get this Canopy installed. So that's going to be the next project, is to get the Canopy installed. I got like one or two things more to buy for the wiring. I'm going to pick those up, get the fuel lines. I think we can make some serious progress in these 31 days. Now before I get started, obviously we got to clean some things up, so let's do it right now. Alright, so got everything ready to go. If you look here, I've got all the sheet metal. I've got all the parts that I need to get the Canopy latch in place, and that's going to be the next task, get this latch in place. Now, I've also had to make some other adjustments back here. I had to change out the trim tab servo, mainly because the servo that was in there was one of the older style, and it did not work with the newer indicator, which I got here. So we got the new indicator. If you look here, boom, looks pretty sick. So new indicator's in. And I'm going to get started getting this all together. So I got to get this little prep done here, which little trick that I've been doing since I haven't put this all together yet. Like this, like that. I'm able to pull this all the way back. Oops, sorry about that. Put a So I got that temporary fastener in place, and what that does is it gives me access to work unfettered. Now the other thing that's great about all the Zenith parts is they come in these baggies pre-labeled, ready to go. So it makes it real easy to find the parts you need, like for example in this little bag here. So I've got all of the rivets. These are the rod ends for the for the gas struts over here, plus all the hardware, the rod end or the ball for the end of this, all of the nuts, bolts, and springs needed to really complete this project right here. So again, it's really easy. I like the way Zenith's got it. So next thing I need to do, mark it up, start drilling, and get these things mounted. And like I said, I think I'm going to jump on that tomorrow, right after I get home from work. Today, again, this is just getting all the prep done, getting it cleaned up, so that tomorrow I can jump on this thing and really make some progress. All right, back here, day 2 of this 31-day build challenge, and today I'm going to get a little more work done getting in all of the, basically the controls for opening and closing the canopy. So before I do that, let me show you what I need to do. Down here, you notice I've got the spar plates hanging out here and some other parts, but you see these two right here, these vertical pieces. There's one there and one there. Per the plans, I need to remove those two pieces and trim them back to match the plans. Reason for that is that's where some of the mechanism goes that latches and unlatches the canopy. So I'm going to drill those out, and let's start basically getting those ready to reinstall with them all being trimmed to the proper size. That was easier than it should have been. Heads off. Alright, so here's the part I need to actually mimic, which is this right here, the back side angle of 10 mil. So what we have is this guy right here. So I need to mark out all these guys. And by the way, the reason why you see this here is this is from a much older design. So on these, instead of having either the front hinge or the Zenith 650 style canopy, what you had was, it came through here, you had a side to side hinge canopy. But again, I much prefer this style, so let's mark it up and get these things cut to reinstall. Back in the day, I got this really cool tool, and what it does is it allows you to get the correct offset by just sliding it on here. I'll do it here for you guys. Slide on here, you select the offset you need for the rivets you're using. Space 10 mil, and you scribe perfectly straight line exactly where you need it. I'm going to mark this up and start drilling my holes. Wind up, let's get them all drilled out. Ready to go right back on the plane. 1/8 inch drill bit. Let's get back on the plane. All right, so just a little rinse and repeat on the other side, and here we go. We got those two side frames now installed and ready to go. So next thing I need to do is I need to get the bearings up in place. Once the bearings are in, I can put the torque tube in, and then once that's done, I believe I can rivet this entire thing shut. So guys, that's my first update on this 31-day build challenge. So I'm going to get a lot more work done. I did some more work off camera again, rinse and repeat on the other side, but I should have a lot more work done, and this is going to be an amazing plane when it's done. And the plan is, again, Zenith Fly-In 2024, this plane, my plane, me and my dad there. So follow along, and I'm going to make some more progress. Catch me